On now, US President Joe Biden has finally signed the $1 trillion infrastructure bill into law. It is touted as the biggest US infrastructure revamp in more than half a century. The White House witnessed a rare bipartisan celebration for the signing. Most of the crowd were Democrats, but there was also a visible handful of Republicans. Members of both parties celebrated a bipartisan achievement together. Notable among the Democrats were Senators Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin. They are the two moderates who have a ward with more left-wing members of the party, eventually slowing down Biden's agenda. Now, at his address, Biden said that the bill is proof that Democrats and Republicans can come together to deliver results.
My fellow Americans today, I want you to know we hear you and we see you. The bill I'm about to sign along is proof that despite the cynics, Democrats and Republicans can come together and deliver results. We can do this. Because of this law, next year will be the first year in 20 years American infrastructure investment will grow faster than China's. We'll once again have the best roads, bridges, ports, and airports over the next decade. And we'll lead the world into the 21st century with modern cars and trucks and transit systems.
Now, this is the most significant government investment of this kind since the creation of the National Highways Network in 1950s. The $1.2 trillion package will fix bridges, roads in the United States. The legislation will fund an electric vehicle charging network and expansion of broadband internet. The measure is also expected to create jobs across the country by dispersing billions of dollars to state and local governments. Biden hopes to use the law to build back his popularity since his ratings are in a downward spiral. The latest Washington poll, ABC poll, shows an approval rating of just 41%. Support for Biden has taken a hit, and the inability to fully shake the health and economic because of the inability to shake the health and economic crisis from COVID-19.
And it won't bounce back. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to all the elders and apostles of GMS that taught me this truth, and peace and shalom to the falakim that are pushing truth full of honesty and sincerity. Shalom. This is Psalms 2:1. It says, "Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing?" It's a vain thought process to think that this place, America, which is known as Babylon the Great or Mystery Babylon in the scriptures, is going to continue on. Okay, there's a lot of things that are going on that are not being reported in the news, man, which is why the prophets or the seers, Lord willing, we are of the elect of those men, are giving the elect, okay, the people, the truth of what's really going on behind the scenes, man. All right, and the thing is that America is deteriorating, okay, and with this whole $1 billion or $1 trillion infrastructure plan, that's going to mean the printing of more money, man. And what comes with the printing of more money is what we're seeing right now is inflation, man. All right. And I do have a video going on into the inflation being at an all-time high. There was a brother just posted a picture. Let's see if we can find it real quick before we get in our next video. Let me just actually get out of that. All right, well, let me do it. There was actually a brother who posted not a video, but a still picture of the price of inflation, because what a lot of states want to do is they want to start up the whole Bitcoin thing, and ultimately it's going to lead into the digital currency. Okay, that's going to lead into the digital currency, but first the dollar has to collapse. And what way to do that? What more of a better way to do that than to here it is right here. What way to do that is to print more money to get the dollar to collapse so they can bring in their new currency, their new system. Okay. This is a tweet, and it says food inflation. The biggest meat company in the United States is planning further price increases during its fiscal fourth quarter. Chicken prices increased by 19%. Beef prices increased by 33%. Pork prices increased by 38%, man. Okay, so here you are, a $1 trillion infrastructure plan, and the people are in a terrible state, man. Or your people are suffering out here in the streets. Millions of people are without jobs. and were without jobs due to the first time the shutdown went around. Okay, and now that you come around with this quote unquote mandate, which is still being pushed forward, all right, by the way, and you got a lot of senators and governors that are pushing back against Biden, further showing you that the House is divided in Esau's queendom, man. Okay, and so right now we're going to get into this. Actually, let's finish Salakia. Let's finish this second verse. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. And that's what they're doing, man. All right. They're trying to further their enterprise and ultimately stop prophecy and stop the kingdom of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai from coming down, man. They're trying to thwart prophecy. And you can't do that, man. All right. The servant is not greater than the master, man. Okay. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will prevail. His kingdom of heaven will be here on earth, man. But in order for that to come about, this kingdom has to be thrown down, man. Okay. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision, and they are in derision. A lot of people were starting to see nothing but darkness around. But you hear these things like the infrastructure bill, getting everything back to normal when that's not happening, man. That's not gonna happen. We can feel that something big is getting ready to come down the pipe, man. That's gonna throw everything. Just gonna throw a monkey wrench into everything, man. We don't know what that said event is that's gonna trigger it off, But brothers can definitely feel that something's going on, and Esau is in derision, man. Okay, let's get that word derision real quick. See what the web says that is. Derision, contemptuous ridicule or mockery. Let me see what else we got. It says ridicule, mockery, jeer, sneers, scoffing, taunts, disrespect, sneering, scorn. And that's what this place is, especially toward Biden. As you really listen during the video, he has a very low presidential rating, man. Okay. So like it. He has a real low presidential rating. Okay, so he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Esau's kingdom is in derision, man. All right. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. And that's what's getting ready to come. The Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's wrath is getting ready to come, man. All right. And you're starting to see it via the famines and the protests and the riots and the chaos. All is getting ready to come down the pipe, man. And really, that's what's that should be the head news. But again, you have people that are distracted and not paying attention to what's really going on. Yeah, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, which Christopher Breen is about to get ready to get into right now. That's going on, but that's also a distraction to keep people's mind off the true importance, man. And that's America monetarily collapsing, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Green, AMTV, hard-hitting and in your freaking face. Like and share this video. America is done. America is absolutely done. We are living in the aftermath of the grotesque collapse of the once great civilization that is now turning into ashes, kind of like Rome or Babylon or any other empire.
You can't make this up. Rewind that. Kind of like Rome and Babylon.
Grotesque collapse of the once great civilization that is now turning into ashes, kind of like Rome or Babylon or any other empire that later crumbles, typically after about 250 years, which is exactly what's happening now. We are living through a hyperinflationary event, and I'm not the only one saying this. Jack Dorsey, founder and creator of Twitter, is saying hyperinflation is in the United States. We have the Winklevoss brothers saying we need to get as many people into Bitcoin as possible before hyperinflation. This is a moral imperative, he says, not an investment thesis. We have
all right, because the digital currency is getting ready to move about, man. All right, that's what's gonna happen, man. Digital currency is gonna be the new money, man, the new monetary system. All right, whether it be which ultimately know is gonna be the MOTB, man. We know that's gonna what that's gonna be. All right. Now, will there be something before that leads into that? We have to wait to see. But we do know that ultimately the MOTB is going to be digital currency, man. It's already over in other nations overseas, man. Okay. This is James 5:1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich man, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you," because judgment is getting ready to come upon Esau Edom. This is why he's preparing nukes. This is why you're seeing all these UFO sightings. Okay, sending now they want to go up into space. Their space military they've announced giving NASA brings in about, I don't know, I think there was someone was saying like 90 million a year or so. Well, I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but that was a number that I had seen some years ago. All right. Verse 2, "Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten," man. Your doctrine, okay, your monetary system that you hidden behind, all right, your fiat currency is coming to an end, man. Skalakia. It's coming to an end. And it's all from the judgment of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Your gold, verse 3, "Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for your last days," because your kingdom is getting ready to come to an end, man. All right, you're trying to gather up and swallow up all the riches that you can in this shorter period of time that you have left, man. All right, but the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh, according to the book of Job, I believe it's 20. Let me see here. It might even be 14. Yeah, it's Job 20. Job 20 and 15. "He swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Power shall cast them out of his belly." And that's what's end up going to happen, man. Or are you going to spit these things back out, okay, metaphorically, and give over the earth into its rightful owners, man? And that's the children of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So back into this video.
Of Apple CEO Tim Cook inheriting one of the world's largest companies from Steve Jobs, finally admitting, yeah, he owns cryptocurrency, he owns Bitcoin. He's been covering it up for years, not telling you the truth about it, not disclosing publicly to his shareholders. He's just been pumping his own bags, and now he's going public with it. So this is the ashes of a regime. This is what you need to understand. This is when you can't dislike a video. The days are long gone of bashing TVs in the streets like what I used to do, which was like the legitimate Fight Club and super awesome. So also, we are not getting the real reports of what's really going on in the world today. The mainstream media is blacking out protests worldwide. Millions of people are in the streets. They're in the streets here in Hawaii, but you're not hearing about it. I've been in the streets in Maui, but you don't hear about it because it's not in the news. All information is controlled.
That's
at
right.
this point. We've been talking about
even this nigga's probably controlled, you know what I'm saying? But all information is controlled, and you're not getting the truth, which is why Apostle Tahar dubbed us spiritual weathermen, all right? Spiritual weathermen that are coming out and pushing the truth, man, because unbeknownst to people, man, the day of the Lord is getting ready to come, man. And it's going to come with fire and wrath. All right. And we were talking about this at camp briefly, how things are slowly like putting in place. And it's taken America a long time to collapse, because even though we prophesied the downfall of America, America is a huge, great nation. All right. And they have a lot of what we'll call money, man, keeping them afloat. So for the quote unquote greatest wicked empire on the earth, it's going to take a while for it to crumble and fall down. But we see that it's crumbling and it's falling down. You other people don't believe that. You think that this is just a low point right now and that it's going to bounce back. When it does bounce back, it's going to be under rulership of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. The kingdom of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the next empire to flourish, man. Okay, this is 2 Peter 3:10. "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." Yeah, man, the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night, because a lot of you people won't see it. A thief doesn't announce itself. Okay, A thief doesn't announce himself when he's going to get, what day he's going to come, or what time, what hour, what he's wearing, you won't be able to see it. And a lot of you people who are spiritually blinded, without the eyes to see and the ears to hear, okay, because you don't see the things that are going on. You don't see America systematically falling apart. You don't see the uproars of the people, like Christopher Green was saying, the protests for the mandates. Okay, you don't see the other nations gearing up nuclear weaponry, getting ready to come at each other. All right, and you don't hear the prophets, the men of the Lord. All right, you scoff and you mock, you talk shit, just like Sarnetta came down to the camp a few weeks ago and was still on the rape doctrine, and the elder Shawamba handled it beautifully, man. Handled it beautifully. And then Shawamba encouraged Sinetta to stop playing around with the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And also advised him not to take the jump shot. And what did he say today or yesterday? He's going to take the jump shot, man. So you people, the Lord has made your ears fat. Salakia. The Lord has made your ears people fat. The ears of the people fat, and they can't hear, man. All right, so reading again. But the day of the Lord Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And that's going to be the judgment of America, or Babylon the Great, man. All right, actually, we can keep going on with this. All right. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness? All right, we know these things. The elect know these things. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Okay, so we have to have our eye single and pay attention, man, to these times that we're getting ready to come into. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, man. All right. So it seems like it's moving at a slow pace, but man, it's already about to be it's already about to be 2022, man. And so like that could damn well be the year, man. All right, we do know it's coming, man. All right, but again, we don't know when that thief that will be entering into the house.
About this for years. Super algorithms basically decide what you read and plant into your mind, what to think, programming your behavior to focus on stories that have really no credence at all and shouldn't be the biggest news, but they are because they avoid the real news. Let me give you an example of this. Kyle Rittenhouse. Yes, I understand the narrative and I understand the story, but could care less. The real story is the millions of Americans losing their jobs over health status and changing mandates and being locked in their home in parts of Europe, persecuting individuals over these kinds of things. Mm-hmm. That's the real crisis, but it's not really being talked about. Because again, as long as they can keep you involved in this two-party fakery system, mm-hmm. which doesn't exist, the Trump versus Biden, the Biden versus Trump, they win. And what many of you are missing, what many of you don't see and don't understand.
Now, see, he wasn't on that. I remember I used to watch a lot of AM TV. All right, I'd stop following because everything was he was getting over the top with some of the shit that he was saying. But he does post a lot of information, And I actually got this video from the elder Yashawamba, and listened to it, and I just wanted to take these few minutes off of it. But Christopher Green was all for Trump. Okay, he was all for Trump, and now he kind of changed his narrative, which he could be part of the agenda as well, But nevertheless, the Lord will still let information come out. We have to take the meat from the bones, okay? But he was all about the two-party system, and Trump was here to save, and Trump was here to do this and that. And he was even trying to bring out scriptures at a point in time and break them down, And all this type of madness, So now he's changed his tune as well, because a lot of people are waking up. All right, the Esau, the Edomites, a lot of y'all are on board with that something ain't right. It's Jake's ass that's gonna get caught out there, man, with the harsh, a wicked judgment, because they won't listen, man. They won't hearken, And that's pretty much it for this particular video. I do have one more going into the hyperinflation. because that's getting ready to hit, man. You know, you can see it in the stores. You can see it in the stores. I went to the store the other day, actually last week, and got some lamb chops, and there was just 2 packs of lamb chops, and maybe like 3 bottled waters and a cauliflower. It was $55, man. You know, so inflation is definitely hitting. They're limiting people to how many cases of waters that they can get, and so on and so forth. And with the whole infrastructure and $1 trillion bill, that is going to do nothing but make the prices go up even more and more. And you can tell people these things till you're blue in the face, but they won't get it, they won't understand it until that time comes. And when that time comes, unfortunately, it's going to be to the end. So we're going to play this video going into the hyperinflation, because the printing of more money devalues that currency and also makes the goods of that nation swell, which creates inflation.
Is your car giving you a field day? Bring it
Oh,
in.
man.
We'll fix that.
Hurry into NTB.
On a Friday now for a bit of business news is the Executive Chairman of Yellow Brick Road Home Loans, Mark Burris. Mark, good to see you. Thanks as always for your time. Inflation. I do want to start with that because we're seeing some huge numbers coming out of the US. It's in excess of about 6%, I believe, in October, at something like 31-year highs. Over here, we're not doing too badly at the moment. We're slightly back at about 2%. But do you believe a storm is coming, and how will that affect the housing market here?
In terms of the US inflation numbers, a large percentage of the US inflation numbers is coming out of oil prices and petrol prices as a result of oil prices. So I guess we've got to wait and see how they adjust that and or strip out those sort of aberrant numbers. But what it usually means, if this is a sustainable high inflation period in the US, generally speaking, that will mean that the US government will increase their interest rates. If US interest rates increase, the Aussie dollar will drop, because US becomes a much more attractive place, and the cost of funds for Australian banks and lenders, people like us, we get around 40 to 50% of our money that we lend to people here in Australia, we get it from the US and places like the US. So cost of funds will probably go up, which means we'll end up passing on our higher cost of funds to home loan in the home loan environment. People will be paying more interest.
Yeah. So give me an example, Mark. If someone's got $1 million or a $2 million mortgage at the moment, which is fairly common out there. Some have even got much more than that. What sort of extra bills do you think off the top of your head that they'd be facing? How much more have they got to stump up a month?
Well, just on a $350,000 loan, for every 0.25% increase, like 0.25% increase, you're paying around $30 extra per month. That's $360 a year. So we're talking 350, multiply that by 3. That's $120 a month extra, which is quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
And that can be a lot of money to motherfuckers that ain't got it, man. And look, Jake ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people live, like I live paycheck to paycheck, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's how we are, you know. But the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to save us in that day, man. Okay, he's going to look out for us, okay? But this whole printing of money and all this other shit, man, it's gonna be to not, man, because it's already written that the place is going to be thrown down. All right, and this is Jeremiah 50, and I will start at 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, and that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, and they have. They've accepted their dollar. They've accepted their democracy. They've accepted their style and way of living, and it's pillaged them and brought them down spiritually and mentally and physically down, man. Okay. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. Salakia, let me just do that over. If so, she may be healed. All right. And we know balm is a healing agent. And the balm in this instance is going into the whole damn printing of money, man. Okay, quantitative easing and all this other madness. Okay, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto the heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. And there's nothing you can do, man. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has casted judgment on Babylon, and she will be destroyed, man. All right. Actually, I wanted to get that Nahum. This is Nahum because we know that Nahum was a chief city in Nineveh, correct? Could be wrong. There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All the brood of thee shall clap the hands over thee, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continuously. Salaki, I'm saying Nahum was a prophet in Nineveh. Salaki. That's what I meant. But yeah, thy wound is grievous, man. It's a head wound, it's a head shot, man. And America, or Babylon the Great, is leaking out profusely, man. Okay, and the judgment has been lifted up and has reached to the skies, man. All right, because of their wickedness, because of what you've done to the children of Israel, the promoting of homosexuality, the promoting of the pedophilia and rape, robbery, and murder, man. All right, and now you're trying to make things all better. Okay, you're giving niggas $300 stimuluses and all this other madness, and that's just other stuff to further progress and push the system down, man. All right, it doesn't matter. Obama came in and gave money, Trump came in and gave money, Bush came in and gave money. Now Biden's coming in and giving money. All right, it's always continuous printing of money, the machine, man. All right, this is Revelation 17, and there come out of the seven angels, which have the seven vials, which are the plagues and destructions, and talk with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great horde that sitteth upon many waters. And that great horde that sitteth upon many waters is Babylon, man. Okay, it's Babylon, which is America, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And the wine of her fornication is her doctrine, man. All right, the image of the beast that has been able to be pushed all across the world, which is why I sit upon many waters, man. And the waters are nations. Let me see. I believe it says that in here somewhere. Yeah. And verse 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast shall hate the whore, shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And that's ultimately going to be America's judgment, man, through thermonuclear war. Like all the nations are gathering and gearing up for war, man. Let me see here. Try to find not RT. I forgot the name of the. We could look at RT and see what they say. Or you're gonna get his Rittenhouse. Yeah, are you gonna get the Rittenhouse coverage? Yeah, but it's all good though, man. So yeah, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to GMS at top of this roof. Peace and shalom.